As Ghana prepares to take actions against Donald Trump or the United States, the country is also strengthening its ties with Russia. Just recently, Ghana's foreign minister held a closed-door meeting with Russian ambassador to Ghana.
Somebody's asking about the outside world and foreign aid, and I've heard the president of the country you are studying in slashing aid. You see, one of the questions we have now, he hasn't asked himself, how much leaves our continent to his country? He hasn't asked himself that. They think it's just charity. It is not. At the right time, we'll also take action. And it will not be funny.
But before we dive into that, let's first talk about some exciting news, which is very soon, Ghanaian passport holders will be able to travel to Morocco without a visa. Morocco is known for having one of the strictest visa policies in Africa, ranking 9th in terms of restrictions. So, what does this development mean for Ghanaian and African travel as a whole? Let's break it down. But before we start, please don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much for your liking. Now, let's dive into it.
I myself met with President Xi. When he was vice president, I was also vice president. And he invited me twice to China when he was vice president. And then again, we met in South Africa. And this is the time Ghana needs to work even closer with its partners, including China.
Ghana has been making moves to improve its global relationships. Last year, Ghana and South Africa reached a landmark agreement to allow visa-free travel between their citizens. Now, another big step has been taken, this time with Morocco. Ghana and Morocco have agreed to waive visa requirements for travelers from both countries. This is another shift that could boost economic ties, strengthen diplomatic relations, and create more opportunities for businesses and students alike. The visa-free agreement means that Ghanaians and Moroccans can travel between their countries without hassle of applying for visa. This is a game changer for tourism, trade, and investment. But before it officially takes effect, both nations' parliaments must approve the agreement. The process is expected to move quickly, given the strained diplomatic ties between the two countries. For businesses, this deal means easier access to new markets. Moroccan companies looking to invest in Ghana's growing economy will have fewer barriers, and Ghanaian businesses seeking opportunities in North Africa will benefit as well. Tourism will also see a boost. Ghana has been pushing to position itself as a travel hub in West Africa, while Morocco is already a top destination, attracting millions of visitors each year. So with easier travel, we could see an increase in cultural exchange and tourism revenue for both nations. One of the biggest wins from this partnership is education. Morocco has agreed to double its annual scholarship for Ghanaian students from 90 to 180. This means that more Ghanaian students will have the chance to study in Moroccan universities. It is a step that strengthens the human capital of Ghana and deepens the educational ties between the two countries. Beyond Morocco, Ghana continues to strengthen its diplomatic relationships with key global players. According to Ghana's Foreign Minister, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, before meeting the Moroccan ambassador, he engaged in talks with Russian ambassador to Ghana, and their discussions focus on strengthening trade and diplomatic ties between the two nations. Though it was a closed-door meeting, but after the meeting, Mr. Ablakwa wrote on his X page that Ghana will continue to pursue our long-standing foreign policy of positive neutrality and serve as a credible voice for global peace. But let's have a listen to something he said after President John Dramani Mahama chose him as the Ghana's foreign minister.
But Alfred, I can assure you that I go into this office with a deep sense of respect for the Ghanaian people. At all times, the question that I'll ask myself, how will this decision be in the national interest? How is this decision reflecting the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama? How is this decision going to ensure that the livelihoods of our people are improved That is why I have said that we will demystify the foreign ministry and make sure that the work we do is not just highfalutin, abstract diplomacy, but at the end of the day, foreign policy, all of those diplomatic engagements must improve the lot of the people. That's why we are going to have KPIs. We are going to focus on economic diplomacy and make sure that foreign policy, international relations really impact everybody, no matter how far your village is from Accra all the way to the capital.
Right.
Every Ghanaian living in Ghana and abroad must feel the impact and the relevance of the foreign ministry. And that is the charge I have, and I'm determined to ensure that I do not disappoint the Ghanaian people and I do not let down President Mahama.
So, we heard him right. He said he's doing everything in the interest of Ghana and Ghanaians, including his president and his vice president as well. So, think about it. During Ghana's 68th Independence Day celebration, President John Mahama confirmed, citing the clarified US documents, that the CIA played a role in Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's 1966 overthrow, calling it Ghana's darkest moment.
Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the founder of our nation, envisioned an industrialized, self-reliant Ghana, whose citizens have the highest standard of economic life and the greatest sense of self-esteem rooted in patriotism and Pan-African unity. But on February 24, 1966, a joint military and police coup d'etat shattered that dream, plunging Ghana into decades of instability and military takeovers. The verdict of history is now loud and clear. The classified documents from the United States archives reveal that this was a coup inspired and engineered by the CIA.
So now we all know where Ghana stands as far as the US is concerned. Now let's go back to Ghana and Morocco's visa-free agreement. The Ghana-Morocco visa-free agreement is more than just a policy change. It represents a step towards more connected Africa, one where travel, businesses and education can flourish without unnecessary barriers. It's also part of a broader trend. In fact, more African nations are realizing the benefit of easing travel restrictions, strengthening regional cooperation, and investing in their people. The future of Africa's economic growth might not depend on external aid or foreign loans, but rather on partnerships like this, built on mutual respect, opportunity, and a vision for the future. And that is all for today's episode. And thank you very much for watching. My name is Sharif Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in the next one. Macrao.